Hi there, ladies. Welcome back. Let's do a quick recap of what we've covered so far in step 1, think outcomes. So you know how to set an intention, and we talk about when we set an intention, it must be in the positive, in the present tense. Then the second thing that we did was to uncover our life purpose and craft a life purpose statement using the ABCD tool. The third thing we're going to do today is to take a look at how we set SMART goals. Now, once you have a clear sense of your purpose and what you value, now it's time for you to establish goals that will help you to achieve the outcomes that you want. Now, you can use your intention to think about the future and then develop a crystal clear view of what to focus on. Now, there are many goal setting systems out there from which to choose. In your workbook, as well as in the thread book, I have outlined and provided samples and some examples of what I mean by how to set a SMART goal. Now, a SMART goal, SMART is an acronym that stands for S is specific. And the question you want to ask here is, what will be accomplished? Be specific. M stands for measurable. Now you're asking the question of how will you measure your outcomes. A stands for attainable, and you want to ask yourself the question, who will benefit from your goal? R, relevant. And the question that you want to ask here is, how does the goal align with broader goals? T, time bound. Ask yourself, T, time bound. Ask yourself, when exactly do you want to achieve your goals? So for example, you intend to enjoy vibrant health, right? As I said earlier on, my intention is to release 50 pounds. I release 50 pounds. I feel, and the intention, even I take it a little bit further, my intention really is to become vibrant. I want to become more vibrant. I want to become more vibrant in my health. I want to feel like my most empowered self. I want to feel confident in my body image. Right? I want to feel beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. I know I am beautiful. But as women, sometimes, life situations and circumstances tend to distract us from the knowing and the behaving, right? The behaviors. When we know a thing, we behave, right? Our actions and our words are aligned. And sometimes they're not always aligned for me. And so when I look at the broader intention, going back to the first exercise in this step around setting an intention, to release the 50 pounds is good, but I want you to even go deeper, right? So I release the 50 pounds, but how do I want to feel? I want to feel vibrant. So let's craft that intention, then the intention would read something like, I live a vibrant lifestyle, right? That's the intention. I feel vibrant. I feel alive. I feel beautiful. I feel confident. I feel self-love. That's what I'm talking about. That's how deep I want you to get with this intention, to set in that intention around how do you really want to feel deep down? How do you want to feel? I want when I take my clothes off and look in the mirror, I feel, oh yeah, like girl, you are just like drop. You're the thing. I mean, I do feel that way now. Do not get me wrong. However, there's more work to be done. I am fine with working on me, right? So that I can love me even more, because I can't love you if I don't love myself. So when we establish the SMART goals, we're asking ourselves these concrete questions of, what will be accomplished? So what will be accomplished? No, it's a goal. So I have the intention, how I want to feel, right? I want to feel confident. I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel sexy, But what are the steps that I will take to get there are these SMART goals. So the first one is, what will be accomplished? I release 50 pounds. Measurable. How will I measure my outcome? Again, I will measure that because I will walk, say, 3 miles per week. So I release 50 pounds. I walk 3 miles per day or 3 miles per week. I cut out carbs from my diet, effective immediately. And who will benefit from your goal? I will. The people I serve will. So I can quantify that, right? And I don't want to go overboard with this, right? To say, I'm going to lose or release 30 pounds in a month. No, I release 50 pounds, put a date to it, by the end of, and you can say December 31st, 2021. How do I do that? You can even craft the sentence out a little bit longer. I release 50 pounds by the end of December 30, 2022 by walking 3 miles each day, or by parking my car 3 miles away and walking to the office. So I'm saying, how am I going to do it, right? What do I want to do? What steps will I take to get there? So that's what we talk about when we talk about being establishing these SMART goals. I'll give you another example of SMART goals. So it could be, for example, I intend to enjoy vibrant health, right? You might set a SMART goal to run 10 miles with ease by the end of the year. See, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself to do it in 10 days, but I have 12 months to achieve the goal. Some of the steps you can take, or I can take, to achieve the outcome I want would include something like jogging 3 times a week, or, jogging 3 days out of the 7 days on a weekly basis, right? Or moving my body, or walking, or dancing, or playing. Again, you're establishing what are those steps that you need to take to get there. Achieving intentional transformation is all about how you choose to handle the actions and reactions. When you understand your thoughts, ladies, you can set your intention to understand your ideas more clearly. At this point, I'd like to invite you to place your hands over your heart and say with me, the only woman I have to be is the one God created me to be. Let's say that again. And say your name. Dr. Lee, the only woman I have to be is the one God created me to be. Let's say that again. The only woman, say your name, Leonie, that I have to be is the woman that God created me to be. I'll see you during lesson 2. Take care now.